Hello. Welcome to a very special update stream. We're back, and I'm joined by Marek. Marek, hello. We're live.
Hi, Joel. Hi, everybody.
This has been, a long time coming, and we've today, this event today. The team has worked incredibly hard to get to this point. And I know that, Marek, I think maybe just the first question to you is maybe people are wondering, why it took the update, this particular update, as long as it did, for example.
Well, basically, we really wanted to invest a lot of energy to make it good. That was the main thing. It was also hard release, because to make the AI work, pathfinding and the AI grids and chaining things together to make it work in a sandbox game like Space Engineers is also challenging. And but mainly we really wanted to invest so much time into it and to open the future possibilities that are now possible thanks to this update.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing, is that we really wanted to make sure that the team was happy with it, so that you guys would be happy with it. That was the main thing. We have just some real brief kind of news for you guys. One thing, Marek, I know that there was a small group of the Keen Software House and Good AI teams made to GDC, and how was GDC?
It was actually great. GDC, for those who don't know, is Game Developer Conference in San Francisco every year. It's in March, and it's mainly game developers present thanks to game developers. And so we had a little booth there as well, and we were showcasing Space Engineers and VRage and those things, but also Good AI and the AI game that we are developing. So it was shared booth. And for me, it was amazing because first I got to meet with some of the colleagues that we have in US, and they were able to travel to SF. And then we also met many fans and friends who, just were happy that they found us there, or even some ex-colleagues we met there. For example, Tim. Many of you know Tim. So
Deep
was
Flame.
Really great. Yeah. And the lead of Medieval. And what else? Like as a side note, for me, one of the greatest things on GDC was that I was able to show a video from this upcoming AI game that we are developing in Good AI, where the NPCs are driven by language models. NPCs can talk to each other, and create emergent narratives. And the reactions were very good, so I'm super happy about this and much more confident in the vision and in the what is the core feature of this game. So we now will be doubling down on that core feature and really making it super cool, so that we can soon release that game as well and show people what it means to have truly intelligent NPCs that can observe and act in a game. But yeah, that was a kind of a sales pitch for AI game.
It's all good, and I just know in general that we also had there was a couple of talks at GDC, and I know that in general there were some great responses to what Keen Software House and Good AI had to show there. So exciting stuff coming. So that was something recently that happened. And the final point that we'll have before we launch this beast of an update, something also really exciting coming up, and that is, let me prepare this screen here. Here it is. So this year is, it's behind us. This is the 10-year anniversary of Space Engineers happening this year. And of course, it goes without saying, it's been an amazing journey to get to this point. And all kinds of, it's just amazing, really. And I've had the kind of the honor of being here for nearly 8 years now of that 10-year journey. But the main thing that we want to announce today is that we will be doing a lot of celebrating this year. Let's put that straight up. But the main event that we're going to organize on September 9th, which is a Saturday, we will be inviting all of our community to come to Prague and celebrate with us at the Keensoft House offices. And this actually will be kind of the climax of what we're planning to organize. Will be a whole week of kind of meetups, activities, and just celebrating with our community in Prague. So please, if you've been thinking about coming to Prague and coming to our studios, this is the year to do it. 9th of September 2023 in Prague, Czech Republic. There'll be more details about this event in the coming weeks and months, but we really wanted to get the date out there so you can kind of plan ahead for that. Also, there will be definitely celebrations and activities happening online, because we appreciate that not everyone will be able to make it over there. So there will definitely be plenty of things online as well. But yeah, we'd really love to meet as many of you as possible for the first time or again in Prague. So I'm not sure, Marek, if you want to just also touch on these plans and just 10 years of Space Engineers.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it, to meet people who want to come and visit us here. And I think 10-year anniversary of Space Engineers is a great moment, and the celebration that we went so far from little MVP to this moment, and we are still continuing. That's the thing, that not so many games are alive and active after 10 years. It's quite rare.
Yeah.
So we are here. So I think it's amazing. It's a good opportunity to celebrate it. And one more thing, I also forgot to mention on the previous GDC topic that Chendo, Jan Hloušek, the lead of Virage engine team, he had a talk at GDC conference about multiplier or basically network physics in Space Engineers, talking about really hardcore details, how we do synchronization and all those things. So I think his talk is not public, or the video is not public, I think, but I think the slides are somewhere. So, and I think we'll be publishing this information at some point as well. So if people are interested in the topic, it's there.
That's great, yeah. And I think that goes without saying as well that if you guys are interested, we can get a link for also Chenda's Twitter, because there's lots of exciting developments there about what our team are working on as well. So I really recommend that. And we will be doing more V-Rage streams in the near future to give you guys an update on some of the more experimental work that's happening within Keen. But great to see some of the reactions to this kind of anniversary announcement. Again, I know it's a long way for some, and I've definitely heard some people say that, I'll come to Prague next year. But I'm telling you guys, if you want to come to Prague any year, try and make it this year, because this will be the celebration of SE's, the best celebration ever. Anyway, a seal of approval from Marek. So more news soon, but mark it in the calendars. And without any further ado, let's actually jump into the big topic, the thing that you guys have been waiting for, what did we say, Marek? Has it been a year yet? I can't remember. We were just talking for the live stream, right?
You mean how much time has passed? Yeah, quite a lot. Unusually long time since the last release. And so I hope people will appreciate the work, dedication that went to this update. Yeah,
and we're about to see the reaction any second now. So should we do it, Marek? Should we play the trailer? Roll the clip.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
All right, guys.
Play the trailer.
Let's go. And we'll be back in a second. And there we go. We're back. What do you think, guys? I know a lot of those things we have teased, but I think there is still a couple of surprises in that announcement here. So let's actually bring up that end screen as well here so you guys can take a little longer look at that. Oh, that was I want the big one. Hold on. I'm going to put this full screen here. Okay, Marek. So that's the trailer launched. How about...
We should unleash the release. So, Erin, Vašek, and guys, please unleash the release.
There it is. Unleash the release. You guys, in the next couple of moments, will be able to download this update, check out the Automatons pack DLC, and finally get stuck into all that juicy new content, both the new features, mechanics, but also these incredible, beautiful blocks that our art team have kind of crafted here. It really is. They continue to push the kind of the boundaries of our kind of our art in Space Engineers. So, yes, the hype is real, Marek. That's for sure.
That's great.
Let's see. I just getting confirmation.
I think it's a really good update. Very interesting one. And it's funny that the most liked, my personal most liked feature actually is this emotion controller, showing the LCD emoticons and faces. I think that's so cool. When I saw it for the first time, that I think it was Philip who made a little video where when the drone was following you and he could see you, he was happy, and when he couldn't see you, he was unhappy, and that was just so great. Even though, that's the simplest thing probably, but it was very cool.
It's actually really cool. Like it was something that I tried to show in the trailer briefly with with the hands coming down, but totally you can have those emotion controllers set up that the emotions on the screens will actually change depending on triggers or events. So that's something that's very cool to do. So I'm seeing links in the chat. Some saying rip Steam. Oh, what day? No, it's a Thursday. So Steam actually went down apparently. Nothing to do with us apparently. Just hear about this. The hype is too real. You guys have crashed Steam. Can you imagine? That'd be wild. Steam actually broke. But it is a bit sus, isn't it? That the exact same time we happen to launch our update, Steam goes down. But anyway, F's in the chat, guys. F's in the chat for Steam. We will be jumping into the game a little bit, and we'll also be getting Sander on to our lead designer to actually come on ahead and explain this update and go through all of the... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of F's. To kind of go through all the mechanics as well, because the blog post will be launched, so you can also read about the more details in the blog post. But I see a lot of F's, but let's see a new thing in the chat. After seeing the trailer, after seeing the end screen here, can we get a hype level out of 10? How hyped are you guys right now? I can't quite tell. I'm so happy that this is out now. This is massive. And okay, great. So this world that you saw, guys, the world behind, this factory world, this will actually be on the Steam Workshop as well. So you'll be able to jump into this and explore this fantastic factory that was designed by one of our designers, Valakai, or Ryan. So shout out to Ryan and Valakai, because he actually created one of the coolest looking kind of environments that I've ever seen in SE. So massive shout out to them as well. Of course, now we begin the shout outs just to our team, to Carol for the music in the trailer, to the testers, the artists, the programmers, everyone. And it's been a whole journey to get to this day today. So
yeah, thank you everybody.
And in general, Marek, there was something, let me just check this here. We also wanted to briefly touch, or maybe you can give players a hint of what they can expect kind of in the coming future, maybe, if there's anything you can touch on that.
So long term, we want to touch the progression and onboarding, and also one of the things, like more short term, is the PvP scenario. I'm talking about it in the blog post. People can read about it, to basically just a little experiment to see how the game can be a sandbox experience, but in a more in a scenario where there is clear objective, like fight with the opposing team. So that's that. And other than that, we are working on Village 3. It's going very well. I think it will be a really great engine. And I think all things are going well. We are hiring still new people to the team so that we can support the development.
So that definitely there's, I say guys, we always say this, I know, but there really is a lot to look forward to. We have so much happening at Keen Software House and Good AI. And the future is very bright indeed. And actually that leads me straight into, we are always hiring, guys. So if you are looking for a challenge and looking to take your, kind of your career to the next level, and really get stuck into a lot of the things that we're working on, be it Space Engineers or VRage 3, I really recommend you checking our careers page and take a look, because we're always looking for new talent there. So that perfectly led me into that plug there, Marek.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just actually I'm gonna load up a game here actually in the background. So let me have a look. I'm just checking that we are live now. Apparently Steam's back up. Just can't tell. Has anyone got the update yet? Xbox either? Steam? Anyone? I'm just curious here. There's a lot of stuff in the chat. It's not unleashed yet. Okay, it's in the process of being unleashed. So no, not yet. Apparently negative, Marek. That's actually a release first, because often it either releases exactly when we say it does, or if anything, it releases early. Sometimes you've had a couple times where it's released just before the stream or something. But today, everyone is being kept on the edge of their seats for this release. So, actually, why? Hold on a minute. That's very strange. I've lost all my save games. It's a bit suspicious. Don't tell me it's okay. That's strange. I was going to load up and show you the world I prepared, guys, but.
It's funny to watch the comments.
Comments are flying.
And also it's funny to see the change that now at the beginning it was like no, and now it's not working, it's working, it's not working, it's not working.
And so, now it's like I have it.
yeah. So more and more positives.
Yes, it's happening. Okay, so that's weird. I don't know why I didn't load my saves. Oh, unable to sync cloud. Why unable to sync? I'll just try and this up here. So some people are still waiting. Some people have it. There it goes, working. Oh, it's because of Steam's down. I'm trying to get into the game, but because of the thing, I actually just completely detached the fact that my Space Engineers isn't working also because of Steam. So, typical. Steam is back. 1.7 gig, is that right? Well, I can't tell. Is it okay? Update queued. It's happening. It's on Xbox. All right. I think it has now unleashed. So maybe, guys, if it hasn't, restart Steam, exit out of Steam, and restart that. That might trigger it. Let's see if I can get back in now. Yeah, I can't. For some, my cloud's out of sync. Interesting. Very strange. Okay, let me actually back out of the CTG build and maybe see if we can trigger it there that way. Oh, I see. No connection. Yeah, I guess it's in regions because Steam is still down for me, Marek, for example. So it's interesting. It's obviously the Steam servers are... We really killed the Steam servers. So I guess, was there any more points you really wanted to... We kind of went over GDC, the 10th anniversary. I think another reminder is PlayStation pre-orders are live now, guys. And there'll be beta in May. So... I think the next big thing for Space Engineers after today's release will be more news on PlayStation. But just in case you missed that, we played the trailer at the start of the stream, but you can now actually go ahead and pre-order that on the PlayStation Store. So that's another... No, it's not just PS5. PS4 is also available now on the PlayStation Store. There was, when we first went live with that that pre-order, there was something incorrect at the back end. We don't quite know, but now you can pre-order on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So yeah, you'll be good there. In general, about this update, guys, you know, we're really excited about all the opportunities that this update opens for new players, for modding, all of it. It's really exciting, and please do keep the feedback coming. You know, like it's a massive update. There's a lot of things I'm sure you guys are going to get in there. You're going to play with, create, test, break probably in some places. So really, just keep the feedback coming, and the you know, the reports on our support site. That helps us immensely. The beta, the closed, sorry, was it? What do we call it? What do we call the play? Oh, the play test. I get the play test we did a month ago or so. It was incredible, and it was really important. It played a big role in the development of Automatons. So, yeah, just more of the same. That really helps us. And yeah, we are not done. We are not done yet. So, let me see if I can go on, Marek.
I also wanted to thank people who joined the beta. I forgot about this, but to mention it. But I think that we got many thousands, respondents in the survey, and also people playing the beta. We get so much feedback. It was like absolutely valuable to push with the quality.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, we going forward. It's not always necessary for every update, but when there is updates that we really feel they change a lot technically, I think, but don't be surprised, I think, if you see more playtests in the future, because it was super useful for us, both as a testing, but also, you know, confirmation that, you know, we're headed in the right direction. So that was really great.
So I will let Sander in. I don't want to keep him for too long.
Okay, Marek, super. Okay, so yeah, we can get Sander in. I know everyone's still waiting to buy the DLC. I'm waiting to play the game as well. But in the meantime, I think we can still start to go over some of the features in this together with Sander. So Marek, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's always great to have you on, and because it always, especially, it means that we're having something very exciting happening. So I'm looking forward to doing a stream with you soon, maybe on a V-Rage stream or something, because I know there's a lot of stuff to discuss. But It's been great.
Yeah, I would like. Thank you, and bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks, Marek. See you, bye. That's okay, great. So let's see if we can get Sand on in here. All right, Sander, you're up. Not sure you can hear me.
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, you can turn your camera on as well. I won't block you this time.
No, you're still blocking me.
I'm blocking you. Hold on. Oh, ask to start video. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
All right. All right. Let's see how this comes. Let's see how this comes
Cool.
up. Whoa. Let me just let me resize you. It's like, okay. Everyone has slightly different webcam setups. Hold up. Okay. So while I do that, Sander, please do. How do you feel to get to this point? Automatons. I had it how to say it, and then I forgot how to say it. But either way, automatons. We're going with that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Update 102. We're here.
Oh man, I am super excited to finally release this update. Like, this has been, well, a year since we did the last update, and I think this has been in development since a little bit before that as well. Actually, like we probably first started like thinking about all this 2 years ago, maybe. Who knows? It's been a while. Anyway, yeah, super excited. This is great. Look, so much work went into this, and like, yeah, we're, I think, just super excited to finally have reached this stage where we're releasing it. Yeah, and I personally just super excited to see what people, you know, what the players build with this, what the community comes up with. I'm sure there's going to be some amazing new things that people create that we never thought of. So yeah, it's exciting.
It's on. It's happening.
Oh yeah, totally. Like every update is exciting. You know, every time we release something that's like, ooh, you know, it's like, you know, it's you know, there's there's some excitement going on, but I think this one is because it's such a big update and because we took so long with it. It's it's just amazing to finally release it.
It is. It really is. Let's see here if I got you. There we go. It's a bit better. I was just trying to fix your webcam size there.
Yeah.
It was very different to Marek's layout, so it caught me by surprise.
Right. Well, we can.
It's better. It's good now. It's good now. It's good. All right.
All right.
So how are we looking, guys? Still no DOC. I can't believe this. This is literally, I have to admit, I think sometimes Xbox is delayed because there's sometimes some things on Microsoft's back end. But I'm not sure we've ever had this situation where on a Steam release, players haven't been able to update the game or buy the DLC. So I think some people have, maybe. It's very mixed. It sounds like it's based on a regional thing.
Yeah, might be some European servers maybe down or something like that. I don't know.
It's very possible, yes.
It's a bit weird. Like usually the Xbox is a little bit behind, but I think this time the Xbox players got the lucky draw and
jump in, Xbox. Xbox players, jump in, get started. Let's go. I'm sorry, guys. I say this is totally out of our control. I guess we should have launched an hour earlier, maybe. It's probably not related to us. Just the Steam servers happened to die. It's just a very bad coincidence, but either way, so typical. I think
before the stream we were like joking like, oh, something's gonna go wrong, but of course
because we were so prepared. We've literally had I felt more prepared for this release than probably any releases ever.
Something always comes up.
Yeah.
All right.
Staged, yeah. Paid actors, exactly. We planned for this.
Well, sort of, just not like this.
Mm.
Do we want to go over the? Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say I was just going to play the game, but I guess instead we can go through the blog post instead, because I can show that. I can show that on stream, and we have everyone here together. We're all in this together, guys. Stuck, not able to update our game. So, in the meantime, let's do something productive, and we're going to go through Marek's blog on screen here. So you guys can kind of go over this update. And Sander, we can explain each thing as we go over this here. So let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. We can rely on the blog post. So, okay. Here it is. Space engineers, automatons. And I think we can we'll scroll down to the, you guys can read of this, of course. We're just going to scroll down and use this as a backdrop as we go over the new blocks here. So let's start off from the top, Sander. We have the AI blocks, the grid AI blocks, all kinds of names. The arguably the main thing of the update, but there is many more things to be excited about. But let's talk about the AI blocks here. So this is part of the free update.
Yep. You get all of these things for free. So we have 5 AI blocks, both small and large grid. So you can basically use those to make your grids into a autonomous drone. You can set them up to do all kinds of behaviors. You can, for example, record a path or have it fly some dynamic path that you just point it to a waypoint. It'll go there. You can have it follow you around. You can have it follow some other grid around with a beacon. You can have it wander around a beacon, so that's to sort of, let's say, defend your home base, or maybe defend your battleship, or have make a small fighter that follows your battleship around and attacks enemies on sight. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and most likely there will be things that we never even thought of that are possible with this.
100%. Like even just in the open test. In the play test that we had, the beta, it was incredible. Even in a couple of days, the crazy things people came up with, and I expect in the next week or so, people have probably been thinking about what they can do. I really think we're going to see exponential shenanigans of amazing builds come up in these coming weeks here. So, yes, we'll obviously there's a lot more individually in the settings we can go through, but let's just do a brief overview here of the update and everything contained, and seeing on how time goes and how Steam goes, we can jump into the game as well there. So let's there's a guide as well, guys. We really recommend you just taking a moment of your time to go through the grid AI guide. this will really help you to get a better understanding of this update. You can, of course, some people might just want to just jump in and experiment without that. Some people learn that way, but it can be a big help to go through this guide that we created specifically for this update, and it can give you a great head start understanding all of the settings there. So I should point out the AI blocks guide. So next up, arguably, some would say this is even better than the AI blocks, and it's just one block. The event controller. Tell us more, Sander.
Yeah, so this is perhaps the most powerful single block that we have. It allows you to do a lot of different things. Basically, what it does is it allows you to set up an event. So let's say your connector has connected, or you can say like, I don't know, basically like let's say the altitude of the grid has changed, or your velocity is now, over 50 meters per second, or whatever you want to set it up as. There's a whole list of events that you can monitor, and depending on when those events happen, you can trigger an action. So you can basically build logic systems with this, not just using the existing timer blocks and sensors that of course that we already have, but using actual events that are not possible to detect with a sensor or a timer. And this just really opens up so much possibilities for automation. You can make an airlock, you can make an alarm go off, you can do anything really that you want to do with it, and it's super powerful, and I think one of the sort of best additions to the game. Maybe besides the AI blocks, of course, they're amazing as well, but this is like in a single block, there's so much possibility with this. And I'm super excited to see what the players come up with. And also, I should mention, because during the beta, there was a lot of feedback that we got from players, and a lot of people requested events. We specifically asked people to, if you have any good ideas for additional events, like, let us know, and we can look into them. And we got a lot of requests, and I think we took, some or most of the most requested events, and we added them as well. So yeah, they should work.
Yes, new events in the event controller, thanks to you guys. And of course, there's nothing stopping us from adding more in the future. So as I said earlier, please do keep the feedback coming. We're really, this is our first kind of major journey into AI in Space Engineers, and we'd really like to improve it more. So please do, keep it coming.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this update, but we're always looking for improvements, and this is not the end of it. Like this is probably actually the beginning of some more AI related stuff that we're doing. We're gonna see what else we can do in the future, but we have plenty of ideas. Nothing I can say anything specific about, but yeah, we're only just getting started 10 years after, and we're still very much going strong and continue to expand our our blocks and possibilities in Space Engineers.
Definitely. And you mentioned 10 years, so it's another opportunity to plug. You guys can, I'm assuming we're dragging Sander over, so you guys will be able to meet Sander if you come in September.
Yeah, I'll most likely be there, yeah, for sure.
Come and celebrate with us. It's going to be epic. Okay, so we're moving on from I'd say the major feature or mechanical feature blocks, and now we're kind of coming more on to the decorative blocks, mostly, but they're awesome stuff. So we have the Willis ducks.
Yes.
which is I know
we
know the designers had some fun with. And yeah, these are basically maintenance ducts which are large enough for an engineer to crawl through. Now, I will say this, there was some speculation that they also acted as conveyors, and they don't act as conveyors currently. But actually, that's something interesting, and maybe the designers should think about that, because actually, it's a good point. I saw a lot of people speculating that they were also conveyors, but not at this time. Either way, it's a really great way to have like a floor or have a wall or whatever you need in your ship, but also doubles up as a passageway as well there. So that's really exciting. There's 8 variants there. There's L-shape, cross sections, all of it. So I'm not sure if, again, Sam, if you want anything particular on these blocks.
Yeah, I think the Willis ducts are a super cool addition. They basically allow you to crawl through, the walls. You sneak up on somebody maybe, or I don't know, do some other crazy shenanigans. These actually took some time to build. It's a sort of fun little anecdote, because the way, they're quite small, and so we had to make sure that the engineer sort of fits through it nicely in all sort of rotations, because in Space Engineers there's not really strictly a up and down defined, especially when you're in space. I mean, on a planet it's fairly straightforward, but when you're in space there's not really necessarily any up and down. So we had to make sure that these actually work quite well in space and you don't get stuck in them. And I think we had quite a few iterations of this before we got it right, and you can actually move through them relatively smoothly. So yeah, this I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I think this is a whole set, right? So there's 8 blocks right now. Maybe we'll expand them. Who knows? There's lots of possibilities for this, but I think so far this is a really cool addition to the game, and I think people didn't know they want this until they got it. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Just a quick check in with the chat, guys. How are we looking on? I know Xbox is good. How are we looking on Steam now? I'm seeing give me like a, I don't know, like a Y for like yes, you have the DLC, you can get the DLC and you have the update, and an N in the chat if you're still no luck, you still can't it up. Give me a Y and an N. Just need to roughly tell. It's a rough thing. No DLC, N, a couple of Ys. I think US. I think US is okay. And a lot of N's, really. So there's definitely still some problems there with... Wait, the only question is, okay, so you've got the update, but not the DLC. So you can jump in and you can play with the free update, all these blocks, including the event controller and the AI blocks, from what I understand. The problem is it's like yes or no to the update and DLC, or just the update, or... Okay, Udraken says DLC just dropped. Okay. We'll keep going here, but I think it seems like we're making progress. It seems like maybe more regions are able to get it now. So keep us posted, guys. And you can bet the team is doing whatever they can to speed this up, but as it's a Valve issue, I'm not sure what there is we can do. So, moving on, we have the conveyor cap here, Sander, which is a nice decorative block. Blocks off, just stops the dirt from getting in, the dust and the dirt from getting into your conveyors.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a couple of variations of this for small and large grid, and this is just a cool decorative piece that you can put on the end of your conveyor or on your cargo containers, or any sort of bits that are sticking out where you feel like you need to cover it to protect it maybe a little bit, or just make it look good. So the conveyor cap. I think it's a cool neat little block that we got.
Awesome. It's very nice. We have a small thing. We have new armor panels. These are centered ones. Just I think players felt these were missing from the selection. There was already a lot, but this just gives you a couple more. It's kind of hard even to show in this video here, but you can see this is even I'm wondering now how but they're there.
They're there. They sort of fit nicely with the slopes, and so
the
you
2x1 slopes and stuff.
So you can sort of have that continuation of that line. Our new armor panels. These are, I think, pretty cool, and they're not super big, but they often sort of come in handy when you need them. And it's just cool. Two cool armor panels.
Useful indeed. And next up, we have something that I feel like players have asked for a long time. I'll say it ain't much, but it's honest work. We got the air vent, the full-size air vent block, which I know, again, it's literally just, you can see what we did. The front is identical. The side is a bit like a conveyor, but still, this is a variant of a block that, players have really... have been asking for some time now. So
this has been requested for a long time, I think, and we did it.
We did it.
So now we did it. Yeah, now you can just hide your your air vent in the wall, and you don't have this thing sticking out anymore. And I think it's pretty cool. It was long overdue to add it, so here we go.
And with more long-term asks, we have possibly the most exciting thing. Maybe for some.
Oh yeah.
The 2x2 wheels, they're here. Yes.
Yes. For all the rover creators, this is, I think, a very welcome addition. there's finally something in between the 3 and 1 size, and the one little shopping cart wheels. We now have something that's more like a normal car size wheel.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it's a pretty cool addition.
Now immediately 4x4 when 4x4 when.
I mean,
put it on the
can
list.
Just keep going, I guess. We'll see.
I think honestly, like these wheels are now like kind of like big SUV wheels. I feel
pretty much.
You could get like arguably you could have 1.5x wheels, but that would be probably something interesting. But still, 100 times 100. Another thing we have, another big thing, quality of life, is the small ship connector. I know it's this is the ejector block has become the small connector. It also has the same functionality, right? So another long requested feature item that we're very happy to announce today. So another big one.
I totally think this one is really nice, especially for if you're making like, let's say like a refueling arm or something, where you just want to connect with a rover or some other small grid, and you want to make just a little connector. You don't want this huge, giant crane thing or whatever going on. You just want a little nice sort of subtle connector, and it doesn't take so much space. So it's really, I think, a very welcome change to the game, and especially for like hydrogen rovers or small hydrogen drones, for example, or other small craft. This, I think, will be a good addition.
And we continue here with some more quality of life things. The turret controller can now track the sun. So you can make your glorious solar arrays that easily are set up to track the sun. This has been something that players have done for a while, but now it's super easy and accessible via the turret controller. So sun tracking for the win.
Absolutely. And I think this is especially for our Xbox community. This is a super helpful addition. Of course, like, if there's a server with the script running, then you could have probably already done it. But at least now, just out of the box, you can make your cool solar arrays a lot more efficient, and they will just track the sun for you.
Yep. We continue the list here. We have landing gear lock. Locked landing gears no longer take control of grids they are attached to. Maybe something that you guys experienced and were frustrated with during your gameplay. So that's another small quality of life thing. And the final one is weapon names. So various weapons and the corresponding ammo names have been changed for both consistency and also ease of discovery via the search bar. And we have, this is the blog post, but we have a change log as well, which lists every single change and bug fix that we have. So if you're very interested in all the things, including all the things that were fixed thanks to you guys on the support site, do check out the change log as well. So and to maybe give you a very brief sort of overview of the changes here, we basically added the sort of type of weapon to the name. So, for example, previously we had the MR20 rifle, but now it's actually called the MR20 rifle. So if you just search for rifle, you will find it. Right.
Same if you search for pistol, you will find all the pistols. If you search for rocket launcher, you'll find all the rocket launchers, including the before it was called the missile launcher. Even though all the ammo was a rocket launcher, was it a missile launcher? There was some sort of unclear what it was. We've now called them all rocket launchers. So the missile launcher is gone. It's a rocket now.
There you go.
Yep.
We're moving on now to the all right, let's have a quick update from the chat. Give me another yes or no. I guess the update, hold on. No, this is important. This is if you can get both, if you're able to purchase the DLC and the game is updated, because that's what it should be. It needs to be fully up. All right, I think in the last 5 minutes, everyone has switched to yes, pretty much. There's a couple of N's in there, but it went from being majority N's to majority Y's now. So that's good. Very good, guys. Yes. You can now dive in and also pick up the Automatons pack, Automatons pack as well. So keep changing how I say it, but great. That's awesome. And I'm sure if you still haven't yet, it will just take a couple minutes here. It sounds like it really is going through. So we have a couple of combat improvements as well to point out. Yeah. This is stuff improving upon, Warfare 2. A lot of the things that are added there. Yeah. So maybe we can, there we go, add that on the page.
again, like similar to what we're doing with now that we have all the grid AI features, this is not necessarily the end of it, right? Like we keep improving things, we keep sort of looking into what can be done, what needs to change, what can be done better, and this is the same thing that we did with the combat stuff that we added way back in what was it, 200, I think was the update. So that's been over a year, like a year and a half ago that we did all this. That we released the combat improvements and an initial sort of Warfare 2 update, and now we've made some further improvements, and generally this should make it a bit easier for you to lock targets and get your guns to shoot, and also the lead indicator now sort of clearly shows when you're out of range of your enemy. It's easier for your weapons to start shooting. You don't actually have to press the focus or copy the target button. You don't have to use it anymore. That whole button has been basically removed and has been replaced with a focus the lock target. But the weapons will automatically start shooting at a locked target if there's no other target locked, or there's nothing else that they're shooting at. And in case they are shooting at something else, now you can force them to shoot at your locked target using the focus target button. So. And also another thing, we increased the target locking distance by 500 meters. So now at 2.5 kilometers, you can start locking your enemy or a friendly if you want. So you can start locking at 2,500 meters. The weapon ranges themselves have not been increased, but this was a thing, for example, that we found with the railgun, which has pretty much a 2-kilometer range. What you could do was sort of make sure your railgun's ready to fire, lock an enemy, sneak into like 1,999 meters, fire the gun, and then back out before the opposing player could target lock you back. So now we've given you like a 500-meter sort of distance to sort of compensate for that, and
right.
you can at least lock them back and know what's going on. Also, when you cycle the subsystems in the toolbar, you can now actually see what the currently selected subsystem is, so you get a little bit more information there.
That's good.
And we improved, or we've sort of added a new overlay when you're manually controlling the turrets, so that should look a lot better and a bit cleaner, and it's a bit easier to see what's going on and sort of aim at your targets using all these new features.
Great. That's a lot of, and this is hopefully an example, guys, how we do try to improve features even after their initial release. That's something that we're really trying to do now. So yeah, a couple more things here. Yeah, so this is going a bit more over the combat improvements, and you can see again the new overlay when manually controlling turrets as well. So there we go. Very, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
So we also have 3 additions to existing DLC, and that means, of course, the 2x2 wheels, but the off-road version. So this is ones found in the Wasteland pack, so don't worry, you also have new versions of that as well. And we have, with the conveyor caps, we also have the conveyor pipe cap. So for the heavy industry pack, we had these pipe conveyors, and there's also a beautiful cap for those pipes. It looks so good, and that is also there as well. So that's adding to retroactively to older DLC. And finally, we come on to the Automatons pack, which is the premium pack included in this update. And there's a nice image there. And now we can go over this one by one. So first up, we have the emotion controller with 16 emotions. So what are we thinking about this, Sander?
I think this is super cool, right? Like honestly, we kind of came up with this quite late during the development. We were like, what else could we do? Like what would be a cool, fun thing that we could, add to this whole update? We're like, well, actually, let's do something fun with like robots, emotions. Okay, cool. So we came up with this, and I think it turned out super cool. And it's kind of like, it's kind of hilarious how they look like sometimes, but it works. I think it works really well, especially like with considering all the other art we have in Space Engineers. This is like a really sort of fun, nice little thing. And I think it's not like, I've seen speculation, before the update was released, and we've been teasing these images. The people were thinking like maybe it's just some LCD image for the existing LCD screens or something like that. But no, it's actually a dedicated block. And what it does is it allows you to select the emotion, the face, by triggering actions. So you can set it up to, let's say, if you're within sensor range, it'll show little hearts if it's a friendly player. But if it's an enemy player, it'll get angry at you or something like that. So you can really sort of, depending on what state your grid is in, or however you really set it up, you can have it smile or be lovely or angry or sleepy or do all these kind of fun things. And aside from that, I think it's also just able to show regular LCD stuff. So in a way, you can also just use it as like an inset LCD that you can maybe put into a wall or something. But really, it's the sort of the switching of the emotions that makes it like a really sort of fun, cool addition, I think.
Great, yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, for players to play with the emotion controller. Next up, one of my favorite things to do in the trailer was the saddle cockpit here.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, what is there to say about it? There's two versions. There's a version here that has kind of angled sides, and there's a more squared version. And that's the only difference, right, Sander? And the main thing is it just... Oh, no, I'll let you do it, actually. I'll let you...
Well, yeah, so the big difference between the two is, like, one is, like, slightly wider. So we have the 3x3x2 and the 3x3x3 version. So depending on how you set up your grid, you either want to have, like, let's say you want to have the thing, like, the cockpit be, totally in the center, or maybe you want to have it offset, or maybe you want to have two next to each other, or however you really want to set it up. And... we initially, when we came up with this, we wanted it to be relatively compact, so a 2x2. But then we figured, okay, but if you actually make like a hydrogen-based land, speeder type thing out of it, you kind of need to have conveyor ports going through the cockpit, or you need to route like a conveyor around it. But then that adds a lot of bulk to it. So we came up with the idea, okay, let's actually make it a little bit wider, or at least make a version that's a little bit wider, but that has a conveyor port going all the way through it. And so you have conveyor ports on multiple sides of it now, and you can more easily attach thrusters to it, and you can or do other things, like if you want to have your drills maybe feed through it, or really whatever you want to do with it.
A drill bike, there you go. So you can see it there as well, so that's really cool. And we'll jump into game in a little bit, into that amazing factory world, which you guys can already jump into. It should be posted on the official Keen Software House workshop. Next up, we have a robot helmet skin. Blue X red here. So this is just a funky new helmet for you guys to equip. Yeah,
I think it's a pretty cool skin. I kind of like how it turned out. A nice new helmet skin.
Just wondering, did any of you guys kind of catch the story I was trying to tell in the trailer, by the way? Because, I say, it was a lot of fun making this trailer, but I also always try to put in some Easter eggs, some little things that you might not notice on the first time watch. But I'm just curious if you guys immediately noticed the story there. I'm just curious. Because this image here reminded me of it. Yes. Good. Well, I can tell you a spoiler, I guess. So the main premise was this is actually it's a follow-up from the Warfare 2 trailer, and the Orange are a new faction, mega corporation. They ain't involved in any wars, but they are happy to sell to both sides. They will sell weaponry and drones to whoever will buy them. So in the trailer, you see the Orange Corp, producing these drones and then sending them out into different locations throughout the galaxy. And the first location that they see is the blue base, which was the red base from the Warfare 2 trailer. So in the Warfare 2 trailer, the red base is attacked and the blues pretty much dominate mostly. So you're actually seeing it's the same base, but all the colors are blue because they've kind of painted over the red, and they're kind of fortifying and everything. And then the next shots, it kind of shows the reds on a barren world, kind of scavenging for survival in many ways, but they have managed to put in an order for some brand new tech. And that's why you kind of see those same drones arriving at the end there. And then again, they repaint it in their colors. So a little thing that you may have not noticed, but I wanted to have a little fun there with the kind of somehow connecting it to the... We don't have like official lore in Space Engineers, but I like to do some stuff with the trailers, so... So that was there. So yeah, classic selling to both sides, those arms corporations, right? Anyway, moving on, we have the plastic armor skin.
Yes. So this one got teased a little bit, I think, during the beta, where it was sort of available as a little icon, but you couldn't, of course, get it because you didn't have the DLC yet. But now, well, here we go. We have a plastic armor skin. And honestly, I think this is maybe one of my most favorite skins.
It's super it's super minimalistic, and it's also quite matte as well. And some players, like, we have like super shiny skins now and also more matte skins. So it is a very nice minimalistic armor here. So really excited to see what players use this for.
Yeah, I really like it. It's so clean. It's so, I guess, refreshing almost. But it's I don't know. This is probably one of my favorite skins. Although I have to say that the corrugated skin from the last update, I think, was also really cool. But yeah, we'll continue to make awesome skins, I think, and we have some more ideas for some cool stuff in the future. But yeah, cool skin.
Very nice. And kind of going on with the decorating your new bases and factories and everything, we have warning signs, 13 variants.
Yes.
Definitely my favorite is 0 days without a clang incident. Clang with a C, I might point out.
As is official.
Yeah. So that the hate is going to hate. The majority, I should say. The majority of players, it was proven. Well, anyway, yeah. So I love the great just decorations for your factories. Some of the images that the art team made are really great, actually. So that's the sign for every occasion. Now, to go with the new drones, we have some variants of some favorite blocks. We have the camera block, which is now top mounted. So it's obviously, rather than having it flat face, you can have this on top, on the side. So really cool design. And another great block here from the artists. I'm not sure if Sand, have anything to add on that?
Sorry?
I'm not sure if you have anything more to add on the camera.
Oh, no, I think nothing really to say much more about the camera block. I think it's a really nice looking block and it works quite well. I like it. I think maybe one thing about the signs, I guess I could say a little bit more. We had a lot of fun making these, of course, coming up with sort of some of the, let's say, more silly, funny ones. But there's also some, I think, actually useful ones for a lot of players. And I think this might be a thing we want to continue doing in the future, getting more sort of, real things in the world, if that makes sense, like sort of useful stuff that you can stick somewhere that sort of adds a little bit of life to the universe, that adds a little bit of, flavor to your base. I really enjoy the warning signs, and I think they're super cool addition.
Yeah, definitely going to be seeing those soon in worlds everywhere. The workshop, I've just got a message that the official workshop is up, so you'll find new drone. You should find the amazing factory worlds in blue, actually.
Yep.
But also with the drones, I think there should be drones as well being posted by our designers.
Yeah, for sure. And not just drones, because we have the whole Grid AI guide, and for the guide we made some examples of like how you can do, let's say, from a super simple drone that just follows you to a little bit more advanced one, until we also got one that's I think relatively advanced, using the event controller, several of the AI blocks, and sort of depending on conditions makes it do something, and basically a whole setup to have like an automatic transport drone between two stations that docks automatically. And yeah, we made some really cool example worlds for that. I think it was Aragath who did most of the heavy lifting on that, and it turns out it's really cool the way. And it's always good to see stuff from him, because he's. Yeah.
I remember I've suddenly clicked some of the examples. Yeah, there's some great stuff. There's some great stuff you guys will find. It should give you some great inspiration as well for your own builds.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely go check out the guide. I mean, this is a bit of a tangent, I guess, from all the blocks that we have here, but I think the guide has some really useful information for both new and advanced players. I think some of you might find something there that you didn't know before, and now you will learn about it. So, yeah.
Indeed. We're getting through here now, and we have some more
yes.
Like, what did you guys think? just give me like one word. I don't know, one word to describe the interior of that factory in the start of the trailer, because I mean, I can say this because I didn't make the factory, you know. So it was, I mean, I just thought it was, sometimes it was like even the initial corridor where this engineer is dramatically walking down, like that, you see it here, right? This corridor with like the red ambient lighting coming up through the pipes and these new kind of, it looked like a whole nother level. Like it's crazy to think, and I think back to, you know, 10 years of space engineers, how the interior of ships look like, you know, and now you see stuff like this. It's like, it's mind-blowing. It's really, really mind-blowing. So again, I can't shout out our artists as well for their amazing designs, and again Ryan for the great factory that he built. And what's next is possibly, and I keep saying this, but it's another one of my favorite blocks in the update.
Oh yeah.
And that is the inset light block. Yes, that's right. You guys can now have a wall with a light in it, so you no longer have to have a light on top, which saves you space to be able to put a cabinet or a bed or a table or whatever you want in front of that interior wall. So I saw some hype for the inset light when the trailer dropped, and it definitely is a very exciting addition to the game here. So again, Sander, I'm not sure how when this was added, if this was one of the earlier things that we wanted to do, or
yeah, I think this was one of the earlier things. I'm honestly not sure too. It's been a year and so much.
It's hard to remember.
Yeah. I think this was one of the earlier things, but we kind of were thinking about adding something like this for quite some time, and yeah, the whole inset light block, it let's say sparked some more ideas, but we'll see about more of those things.
What else could we integrate?
Who knows? What else?
I actually hinted at this interior light. I might not leaked it, but I'm pretty sure I hinted at it a couple. I don't know when, but I remember telling someone like, "Hey, if you like this, you'll love this." You know, so definitely, very good here.
I think we actually skipped one because we also have the angled interior wall, which is just right above the.
I was mentioning it, but I think I was rambling about how good the station looked. But if you want to add, there's two variants there. Yes, so go ahead.
Yes.
You add something about the interior wall, because I missed that. Yeah.
I mean, there's not too much to say about these. These are just decorative blocks again. They I think have a really cool shape. They allow you to do some really cool stuff. And I think when I first saw that the trailer world that Ryan made, he actually made use of them in a way that I didn't think we would be able to use them.
Upside down, you mean?
And yeah, upside down, you know. And instead of having, because these were, I think, initially designed mostly by Aragath, but then when we internally start using them, we come up with like little cool things to use them. But then if you use them as like a floor and have half block size, floor tiles or whatever, and then you can use these to sort of, like end your floor. And that's actually a really clever idea. I never thought of that. So
there's a lot of potential for these for sure, because they have that half block at the bottom and full block at the top. And if you combine if you stack them as well for taller corridors, is also really nice as well. So
yeah,
it's a very nice block, and we can't get enough interior walls and stuff like that for very decoration. And leading on to actually the pipework block, which is a similar thing. I love this block. Again, just a decorative block, but I think it was very nicely integrated into the trailer, the world there. And Sander, you can. What was this? Was this also around the same time as making the interior?
Yeah, I think we came up around the same time with these blocks. It's been a while. Actually, I think shout out to Johannes who came up with these. He was our intern like over a year ago now, and I think he was one of the people to come up with these blocks and had a little hand in this. So that's really cool, and it's great to see that it's in the game now, and it looks so cool. And also, I think one of the cool things about it is actually the versatility of it, because you can use it to make some cool pipes, but the other, like, there's two versions of it, right? So we have the one that's sort of closed off on all sides, and then we have the one that's a bit more open. And if you stack them together or next to each other, you can make a little bit of a longer pipe with it. And or you can go around a corner sort of, and there's just a lot of cool little greebly details you can do with them. And
I feel like some people are going to spam really cool. These. Like, perfect as well. I show them interior, but I feel like I'm thinking like, I don't want to say like Star Destroyer, but some kind of, obviously smaller scale, but some kind of thing where this this like block is just along the outside of a ship. Just like it just running it, like you have armor like angled down, you have some like weapons and stuff, but just having this is like in like strips on your outside of the grid, just adding that detail I think is going to look really cool. So excited about that.
Yep.
Access panels again, maybe something that players didn't know they wanted until because it was one of those ones where I think it's like there's for me it wasn't an obvious thing to add, but it's actually a really interesting way again to add both detail and function to a corridor or anything, right? So maybe what have we got going on there then, Sander?
I mean, for me personally, I think it's really cool to actually have like a little button or thing that's hidden behind a thing. Like, let's say you have you have a base, but your door override button or your control panel or whatever, if you just stick it on the wall, it's a little bit like everybody can just access that or grind it down or hack it. But this, I mean, you can still just grind it down and hack it, of course, but at least it sort of hides it a little bit, and when you need it, you can just open the door and do your thing and then close it again.
Yeah, so I should point out, because it might not be clear, like, the not every one of them, I'm not sure, but...
No, there's 4 variants, and 2 of the variants have something in it. So 2 of them are just purely decorative. They don't really do anything. You can open them up and close them, but they don't actually have any functionality. But 2 of them have some functionality. So one has a control panel, and the other has a button panel. So you can open it up and press a button.
So it's animated hatches there, guys. On that, you can see in this second shot here. So another nice way of it's just a great way of hiding a control panel, which you might not want to just have it like just exposed, chilling. You want to actually have it. So it's cool that you can tidy up your ship a little bit with these. And you see on this shot, it's just placed against a pretty plain interior wall, but it makes it look more detailed, all the piping and these kind of more 3D, I guess, with it sticking out like that. So very nice blocks. Also, love these blocks, the air vent fans. This is a new visual variant of the vents, but I mean, everyone loves like an industrial looking fan like that with spinny bits and all. So this is great. This is really great. Again, but matching the new full size air vent, we have both the half size and the full block variant. So I think actually during development we were like, we want to make this thing, but it would be cool if it would be full block. And we're like, well, but if we make this a full block, we also have to, get a full block of the vanilla one. So, well, okay, then there we go. we made both of them. I should point out they're not in this clip, but they are also the small grid as well. So that's also all those people who are now building detailed builds in small block, like the journey of making cool interiors on small grid, it continues.
Totally, yeah. And that's a cool thing about these, right? Not even if you're not even using airtightness or don't care about it or put it on the outside of your ship or anywhere really, they just look so cool. And I think that's a big part of having these blocks, just making everything look cooler. Yeah,
and I mean that's obviously a theme here with the Automatons pack, and that carries on with the Automaton programmable block, which is a kind of a server rack style. I love all the blocks. I mean, I say that probably every time, but there are some that are like a little bit better in my mind. But this is very, very nice. I mean, look at this like scene here. You've got the 2 of these on the outside, and then you have a event controller in the middle here for like a really technical looking section of the ship here. So there's the programmable block.
Exactly. So if you want to make your center of your ship or some cool control room or on a base some server room, I think using these blocks, I think you can make something look really cool. And I think like the base game version of this block looks all right, but this just sort of adds so much more detail and is so much more nice to look at. So you don't necessarily want to hide it or anything. You just want to show it off and say like, here's my cool timer or programmable block that I use to do some script or whatever you want to do with it. Or just as decoration. Yeah, it's cool.
It's very nice. And you can see it again, there's definitely a theme here with the AI and all this stuff. We have again the timer block, which again is such a compared to the current, the standard timer block, it looks so good. And I try to show in this particular GIF all the different sides of it, because you have a more minimalistic side that just has a single light in the middle. Then you have like this kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like almost like a battery, but it makes even for like decoration for the like interior walls of your ship, really cool.
Yeah.
So another nice variant there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think we're then finally coming to pretty much the last block,
The last one,
Yeah.
yes.
The last but not
Automaton sensor here,
Mhm.
which
Yes.
is just a nicer looking sensor. Yeah, but it's great to have that. It's very cool. Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, super happy with all the new blocks and just how cool everything looks. It's amazing. The artist did such a good job on pretty much every block. They always do a good job, but like it seems every update they get better. I don't know. It's just so cool.
It's amazing, really. It really is. Like, just when you think, they surely can't make cooler blocks than this, and you guys should wait to see what's coming up. There's some, I mean, woohoo. Yeah, it's hot stuff. Anyway, moving on then from the update, just a couple points here we can go over. I mean, I'll just touch on this again. This is the main thing about the start of bringing. Oh, hold on a second, Erin. Can I? Okay. There may be one other surprise.
Oh yeah.
In the game.
Oh yeah. Like.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it. I'll leave the speculation, but there is something out there to be found. So, there you go. You'll have to jump in to the game to find out. Yes. Anyway, I'll leave that mysterious message and carry on here. So, anyway, again, this is the start of us really wanting to bring the world of space engineers to life, and this is just really reiterating that we're still looking for ways to improve the systems that we released today, as well as older systems too. And so even though we spent a lot of time on this update, not every change that we wanted to include could be a part of this one. So you can expect improvements to path finding and collision detection in the future. And this is key because I'm sure, depending on what you're trying to do, you may run into some bottlenecks there, but this is a key point. And I've been saying for like the last 6 months how complex this update is. And it has been. It's been really, really complex. And even when it comes to improvements, we still want to do more of it. But the main thing is now you guys can still have a lot of fun with it right now. And I'm not sure you could have handled so much longer. So that was the main thing. So there's definitely room for improvement there. So I want to emphasize that as well. So another thing coming soon will be a new PvP scenario, Combat Evolved. Soon we'll be releasing a new PvP scenario. And it'll be it's a very special scenario as our approach to its development will be quite unique. Rather than a single static release, we would like to involve this PvP scenario evolve over time, using your feedback to help fine-tune or even make major overhauls, and develop a PvP scenario that delivers the best possible experience. Yeah, I love it. I see you in chat. I see you in chat. So, oh look, there's some lore here as well here. So, shall I go through it here, Stan? Shall I read it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it. Okay, I've got to drink some here. Oh, I guess I won't put a voice on it, but your team has managed to acquire an encrypted data container that could hold the key to gaining an upper hand in this endless conflict. Unfortunately, your enemy is resourceful and has required the same encrypted data from an unscrupulous seller. Now the race is on. Join the red team or the blue team. Prepare your defenses and make sure the data container is well defended during decryption. Launch your assault and destroy the enemy's data container before they manage to decrypt its secrets. Choose carefully between fortifying your compound, building up a jump-capable strike force, and infiltration of the enemy base. The enemy's data container must be destroyed. So yeah, and again, that your feedback will play a really important role in the evolution of this, and we're looking forward to announcing more information on this coming soon as well here. So it's actually a screenshot, I think, at least from the work in progress scenario there. So
yes, I think we played this scenario a couple of times internally over the last couple of months, I think, or even longer. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not sure what else we can say about it right now, but something.
We'll leave it as it is for now. Yeah, we'll leave it as it is. There'll be stuff coming soon for that. So I'll let you guys. We'll just kind of just see here. There's a lot, as you can see, guys. There's a lot of points about this, and as is an interest of time, I'm going to jump into the game now and just have a little look around this scenario before we end it tonight. So please do, if you want more information on our plans for this scenario, please do check out Marek's blog post. And we have also some, frequently asked questions as well. But I think we probably cover a lot of that here today. So yeah, if you have some of the major questions that we expect, will be there. Again, pre-order on PlayStation. You can pre-order now, both PS4 and PS5. Hiring is always going to touch on that earlier. Just speed running this blog post now, so you guys can always check this out in more detail. So I think that is the main things covered there in the blog post. So now I'll load up the game. We're going to check out this station here, and maybe Sander, we can actually go ahead and answer some questions from chat at this point while I load up this game. How does that sound? We don't. So if you have any questions, guys, let's see if we can jump in, and Sander can cover those as I play the game.
Yeah, I can have a
Before we do that, let's just see. Put an 07 in the chat if you have picked up the Automatons pack DLC. Let's see it. Supporters, Automaton pack supporters, rise up. Let's see if you guys felt the premium content was good value this time. We always try, again, guys, with any update, we try to balance the free content together with the premium content. It's always looking for feedback on this. I think in the past, some things there wasn't quite enough of this, there wasn't quite enough of that. So I think we've got it pretty good now. We've got it pretty good in terms of what players expect from an update release that includes a free update and DLC. So that's great. A lot of 07s there. So thank you, guys. Thank you for your continued support in this 10th anniversary year of Space Engineers. Wow, I still can't believe I'm saying that. So, Sana, now we've done that, jump in and take a look at some questions. And I'm just going to load the game up in the background here for you guys to have a little sneak peek at the worlds here, now in blue.
Right. Yeah, so, let's see. I've seen a couple of questions. Let me try and find them again. What was it? Oh, yeah, here we have. I think, let's see. Zemo321 asks, will the red ship and blue ship be updated with Willis ducts? Well, I don't know, but that's actually a pretty cool idea. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see if they can fit somewhere. But I think that's a cool idea. Actually, we should maybe do that. So, maybe. And then we have another one from Outrider07. Is there a new scenario? So there's not actually a scenario released with the update, like, in the game, but we do have the world that has been used in the trailer. So the cool factory that I think
I'm showing right now. Yes.
Yeah,
look at these new blocks.
Yeah.
This so corridor cool. was so good. As soon as I saw this corridor, I was like, I'm 100% going to make the intro. Also,
oh yeah.
There was also another movie that inspired me a little bit for the intro. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat. I'm not sure how clear it was to see in the chat. Let's see if anyone recognized that. Anyway, here's some of the new. Look at this. Here's the new Pipeworks blog, and this is like got this red glow. They've got interior lights underneath, but it makes a really cool effect of the kind of red light coming up there. I want to see if I see the name of the inspiration for this, but I haven't seen it yet actually. And the new inset light, there it is. Inset light with a I say fence, not fence. What? Santa, help me out here.
In a grate?
No, not a grate. I'm really blank. I've gone totally blank.
In a
fire cover. Yes, that was so.
Oh, yeah. You mean the thing underneath it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. There you go.
But this is really, a totally
Yes.
new interior feel here with the mix of the inset light, the pipe works, these new angled, like kind of interior walls.
Mm-hmm.
Even the roof, like here, they're using the older, the beam blocks, plus the sci-fi skin. It's all like sci-fi skin from the Sparks of the Future behind the beam blocks for just some kind of intricate patterns and tech behind the roof there. So you can see, I know I'm hyping about this corridor, but I think it just looks so good.
Yeah, it is a really cool corridor. So
Haven't you got to the factory yet?
To briefly go back to the question.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
So this scenario, or this world, I should say, is available on the workshop. So I think it's on both the Steam Workshop and Mod.io, and maybe Kinata can drop us a few links to that in the chat. But either way, you should be able to find it and download it and check it out for yourself.
Okay, guys, I'll give you a clue for the thing that was an inspiration here. Kronos. Little bit. So enter the dark room here. Oh, that's interesting view. And what's in here? We're gonna hit the button. Wow. It's coming to life. Hold on, where am I? There we go. The factory is alive. All its glory here. So look at this, guys. You can jump in right now and explore this. It's a really cool build again by Ryan here. Incorporating, it should incorporate all of the new blocks, plus some of the older ones. Like, I'm seeing stuff here, like more interesting uses of these new. I don't think this was in the version that I played with actually, or made the trailer with. Was this like little stairwells here? So this is the, yeah. You got there in the end. So such a great thing. I mean, I could do a whole stream talking about like the level design within this thing. So I will try not to get distracted here. Sander. Please, Sander, I know the community has lots of questions, so I'll try not to distract them too much with this amazing world. They can definitely do this themselves in a bit. But yeah, I'll just be playing the background here.
Right, yeah, so I think one more question. Chasser, you are asking, is the new jetbike and rover to be posted on the workshop? And yes, I believe so.
I don't know which worlds or creations have been posted. I know there are some things on there. I just don't know. I haven't looked at the workshop page. So if there are any missing, fear not. We will make sure that we get our designers to upload any ones, especially if they were used in the trailer. We should have them somewhere. So they might not all be there now. There should be some, but just let us know and we will try and get those added. Okay?
Absolutely, yeah, totally. Let's see, what else do we have?
Is this the back of the pipe work block? Is this the back of the pipes work block? Sander, I was gonna be a bit delayed there. I think it is. It looks so
Sorry,
good.
no.
It is. It's the back
yeah.
of the pipe works block. Even that looks sick. Nice. I'm sure there's so many questions. It's hard to choose, right? I can see a lot there.
Yeah. Again, here's another one.
Just try and, I guess, pick the ones that are probably going to be the most. There might be some more. Yeah.
We have Darkstorm99 asking, "Is there a community event server?" I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I think the official servers probably in some way are, but maybe if we do have a server where everybody should go, maybe we can post that. But I'm sure Kinata can get on that. Let's see.
There's a Willis Ducks here. It's hard to get the view here, but I'm crawling.
And here we have Slip ZY question. Possibility of a paint tool function that lets you choose the armor block random decals. Well, never say never, but I think that's an interesting idea. We might think about that. That could be cool. Here we have another one. From Rivian. Was it ever intended for the conveyor cap to open? If not, will it be considered for making it double up as a trapdoor / hatch or missile hatch? So I don't think it was ever intended for it to do that, but that's actually an interesting idea. Maybe. We'll have to think about that. I think there may be some technical tricky things with that, but who knows? Maybe we can look into that. Will the update splash and menu loop video to reflect the state of the 10-year in SE? That was a question by Red Run.
That's a good point.
That's actually a good question.
Good point.
Yeah, maybe we should look into that. I don't know. Like that's I think we have some things that we want to do for the 10-year anniversary, but I don't know. We'll have to see, and I think that's something for another time.
I'll touch on that again in a second, guys. But in general, like we have I'm gone blank. There's a lot of plans. As I mentioned earlier, we obviously have there's going to be in-game stuff happening, but also in-person stuff. So yeah, that's a good idea. Like there's still time, So we're definitely looking for ideas of cool things to do and update for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the station looks so good. It's like as good as it looks as good as it does on the exterior as on the interior.
It's amazing. It's such a great job, and yeah, it's really, really nice. Thanks again for this, Ryan. This is a very, very, very nice thing you made here. We
have a friend here. I was just wondering if it's set up to. Hey, there he is. It is set up to work. I leave. It's sad. I go. It's happy. I mean, this was set up to follow as well at some point. I just don't know. I don't know which version it is, but a leftover there from the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, if it still has all the AI blocks on it, you can probably just press the button and it should follow.
I'm just curious here if it's set up or not. It's got a sensor on it. I don't know. I set it up to move. Hug mode engaged. It's great. So many questions tonight, actually, though.
Yeah.
Let me just carry on here.
Right. So we have another one from
Mr. Aaron.
All right. We have another one from Kingdom Brag. Question: will worlds made during the beta work again?
Oh, good point.
Probably. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure on that. I would say probably, but it sort of depends what you did, because a lot of things did change during or like after the beta. So we made some changes to how certain blocks work, or certain stuff works with blocks. So it might or it might not, but I think there's a pretty good chance that it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we can do, let's say, one more question or so.
Yeah, guys, so I'll be we're going to start wrapping the official side up here, but I will be streaming later today.
Yes.
And I will be able to not answer every question, because this guy here is the designer god, but I will be there's so many questions here, so I will be available to answer some questions during that kind of after party stream we'll kind of do here for the launch. But let's see if we actually I'll ask Aaron, is there any questions here that we should really anything that you've seen come up a lot that we should just point out for the community here? Because I think a lot of questions, we have people still join the live stream, so when you actually, if you read the blog post and or the change log, but also jump into the game and check some stuff out, I think many of your questions will be answered, especially if you joined us a little later here today. But I just want to make sure that if there's some real big topics that have been recurring here, just to make sure they're clear here today. So
well, this is a brand new update. Yeah.
Brand new update, yes.
I'm here.
Good.
It's a brand new update.
Calling in Aaron. Kianata. Yeah.
So it's super, super important if you have bugs or you have feedback and you want to talk to us. That's how we got through this update. That's how we're going to get through this update. Please, please, please go to the support site. Let us know what's going on. If you have a crash, if you have a problem, anything at all, use the support site and let us know what's up. That's it.
That's it. Wow. Amazing. So, great, guys. Let's have a look here. Servers are not wiped. Yes, servers are not wiped. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of... All right, Santa, how about one more then? Pick one more question.
Ooh,
from the live chat here.
Let's see, what else? What do we have here? Oh, now I lost all the questions again because I scrolled and now it's messed up my whole thing here.
Scrolling nightmare.
Yeah. All right, here's a I think an interesting one. So Mr. Evil Canadian is asking, if there's a spot, can I request a feature on the event controller? Well, first of all, of course, you can always request features. Whether we, do them or not, that depends on a lot of things, but you can always request them. I want to know if one of my turrets is shooting. So I think this is probably good for the support site. We have a support site, probably some links in chat for you there. And on the support side, if you have some great ideas and lots of people think that you have a great idea as well, and everybody agrees with you, then we will most certainly look at it. And then, well, we might do it. So yeah, keep the feedback coming. Everything that you guys are running into, any issues, but also things you would like to see, new features, changes to things like additional events for the event controller, all this cool stuff. Yeah, let us know, and we will consider things. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tanner. Thank you really for joining me today and going through all this blog post and all this info. Again, guys, I will just recap all of the news that we have here today. So also there'll be a new contest coming soon as well. I guess, especially as it's 10-year anniversary, we do want to do something cool for, prepare something cool for that. So, as I said, updates out, live everywhere now. Please do enjoy. We can't wait to see what you build and you create. We also have the PlayStation pre-order went live last week. So if you're a PlayStation player or have a PlayStation and waiting for that, you can now order on PS4 and PS5. And also here, we have the, again, reminder about the actual 10 years of Space Engineers. I have another screen here as well, I think, that you can put this into your calendar because that's the one I wanted, I think. That's fine. Because we will be doing a event in Prague on September 9th this year. And the main event will be on Saturday, daytime going into the evening. So that will be the main thing. But we're actually planning to, at this time, planning to have a whole range of events and activities for the entire week, starting Monday 4th of September to Sunday 10th. And this will include a lot of meetups and, we've actually got a list of activities we're coming up with here. So I guess, especially if you're traveling from further afield, it doesn't make sense to come to Prague for a day or a weekend probably. You probably want to come for a week. So if you're looking for a week's vacation in Prague, plus to see the amazing city, plus celebrating 10 years of Space Engineers, awesome event. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening. Then book off that week, September 4th to September 10th. And again, you have to come to all of it. You can come to just 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I know we have some hardcore people who are already planning their full week in Prague with us and the developers. So the main emphasis here is that I know it's a long way for a lot of people. So I totally will understand if we won't see everyone there. But I know there's also many people who have been planning to come out and visit Prague and Keen Software House for some years now. And I'm telling you, if there's any year you've been waiting to do it, try and make it happen this year, because it's going to be freaking awesome with this celebration. So, and on the flip side, again, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be lots of events and stuff happening online as well. So even if you can't attend the in-person celebrations, we'll have some cool stuff happening online as well. So there's more details about that will come in the next weeks and months, but we wanted to get a date out there as soon as possible so that you guys can start making plans and thinking ahead for that there. So that's the main thing there. So with that point, I think we are all good here. It's been really great to get this out. And yeah, I think we're good. It's hard to end now. It's been such a crazy thing getting to this point. But yeah.
Thanks everybody.
And again, I know there's lots of questions, so I'll be streaming in a little bit, and I can do we're going to do some more playing of Space Engineers, play the update some more, and I'll be available to answer any more questions that you have. And actually, I think normally I send you guys over to Twitch, but actually today, I think I'm going to stream on YouTube. I'm going to try something different out. So keep an eye out on YouTube, and you guys will see me in a bit, and I'll be here if you need any more assistance. But for now, enjoy the new update. Have a great rest of your night and over the weekend, and we'll see you all very soon. We'll be doing, we tend to do weekly streams on a weekly basis often, and we also want to do some more special streams with V-Rage as well. So that's all stuff to look forward to. The upcoming, the next stuff coming for SE is big as well. Marek touched on that too. There's a great future planned for Space Engineers and V-Rage. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for being the best community there is. So until the next one, thank you. And we'll play the trailer one more time as well on our outro here. So thank you, Sander, for joining me. Thank you to Marek. Thank you to Erin and the whole team. Into the next one. Oh, how could I forget? I forgot something, didn't I? Wait a second. Oh, I didn't prepare anything. It's sort of.
Oh no.
That's all for now. Until next time. May I introduce to you Grid AI.